Hello, job seekers. My name is Stephanie Cochran, and I am the Workshop Development Facilitator for the Goodwill of Southern Nevada. Thank you for joining us today. Today's workshop topic is Are you having trouble completing job apps? Are you having trouble getting the call for the interview? Are you wondering if you missed something on the application? Are you wondering how to seal the deal to get to that job interview? This free job ready workshop will help you complete online job applications with success and efficiency needed to be selected for an interview. Our workshops are designed to guide you through the application process, whether you are applying for the employer's website or on an online job board like Monster or Career Builder. Seal the Deal is a workshop designed to support job seekers when filling out application forms, adopting a strategic process that involves online job boards, email accounts, and uploading documents. While automatic tracking systems review applications, employers do read the forms and the steps you take, the keywords you use, and your attention to detail. All that can make a difference in getting an interview where you truly seal the deal to employment. Be prepared with the correct names, titles, dates, places of employment. It's important that you have a very thorough employment history that tracks all of the details that's needed. You want to ask for a blank application, or you want to print out a blank application before applying so that you know what fields they're going to ask you about, so that you're prepared to answer each and every question that pops up. You also want to know what wording or phrasing is expected of you. So if you do it ahead of time, or if you have an extra version or an extra copy, then you'll be a little bit more successful. Nowadays, we do everything online or through kiosk, but there are job opportunities where they may ask you to fill out a hard copy, and you always want to have an extra set of copies or forms just in case you have an error. Next, you want to read the fine print and follow the directions carefully. If they say that there's an area that you can't fill in or there's an area that you shouldn't tap into, then don't do it. Make sure you pay attention to those fine details. If they ask you to fill in a certain section and you skip it or you leave it blank, that does not do well with your opportunity to get to the interview. So make sure that you read all of the details. Make sure you're very clear and you understand what's being asked of you. If you ever have questions, feel free to call the company or contact the employer just to make sure you're clear about what to put. You want to complete all questions. You want to make sure that you have added your thorough response. Never put in words like see resume or look on the back. You want to completely fill out the response. Make sure you keep it short and sweet, but you always want to make sure you're thorough. You want to answer questions with any response that speaks on character, skill, or experience. If a question asks you about how you would handle a particular situation, or how you would address a project, or even carry out a task, respond with words that reflect your character, your skill set, and any experience or training that you have. You want to alert your references beforehand. Always ask permission and make sure your references are aware that you are job searching. Make sure you have their up-to-date contact information. And you always want to connect with your reference so that you can coach them and give them the proper background and updated information about the type of questions they're going to be asked and the type of response you want them to perform in. It's important that they know exactly what you're looking for, exactly how the job relates to you, and what they're going to be asked. You want to save your responses. You want to keep a copy of some of the things that you say, or that you write, or that you use to respond to each of your application questions. Use your flash drive or USB to copy and paste those pieces of information to maybe a Microsoft Word document, or even write it in a notebook. Save your responses so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can always add a little bit to it. You can always alter or edit your response, but you always want to have something to start off with. So it's easier for you to answer a lot of the assessment questions, questionnaire questions, or even surveys that a lot of the applications are associated with. Always make sure you're prepared, you're successful, and that you know what to say. So it's always in your best interest to save your responses in the future. The last thing and most important thing is to create a master application. Already have your application written out with all of the details, the specifics, the logistics, the facts, the figures, all of the things you know you're going to be asked. Save that master application and copy and paste your responses. It helps you go through a lot more job applications faster and more efficiently. You won't forget details like zip codes or your supervisor's last name, or maybe information about training courses. You'll always remember those titles because you'll have it saved. Thank you, job seekers, for joining us today and tuning in. We ask that you browse through our collection of additional workshop topics. Please join us on our Facebook page for live Q&A sessions. Just click the link in the description below to view our calendar of live events, and be sure to RSVP on Facebook to join me. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time.